If you are visiting our channel for the first time, please subscribe first to get the latest updates.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the rule number 1 of partial fraction decomposition. As in our previous lecture, we have seen what are the 4 rules of partial fraction decomposition, and all these rules are based on the denominator. We have also seen in our previous lecture that how you can solve a given fraction by and decompose into the partial fractions by using the 6 steps. You have to follow all those 6 steps here also, and let's see how you can convert this fraction having the linear factor in the denominator into the partial fractions. Currently, by looking at these questions, you are unable to understand whether its denominator has linear factors or not, but after converting it into the factorized form, you will understand that this is actually having the linear factors. As I have taken this example, this is a little bit complex one, so that you can have clear concept by using all the steps. So let's start from the step number 1, where you have to convert this improper fraction into the proper fraction, as the power of x in the numerator is greater than the power of x in the denominator. So the step 1 is convert improper fraction into proper. How? By using the long division method. We have already discussed in our previous lecture, where we have discussed all the 6 steps that are required for partial fraction decomposition. It doesn't matter whether it's rule 1, 2, 3 or 4. You have to follow all those 6 steps. So let's do the long division in order to convert it into the proper fraction. I'll write it as 6x cubed plus 5x square minus 7 and 3x square minus 2x minus 1. So first I will multiply it with 2x so that we can have 6x cubed here. Then we have minus 2x into 2x is minus 4x square. Then minus 1 into 2x is minus 2x. I'll write it here as there is no matching term with it. So I'll simplify it like this. It will be 9x square plus 2x minus 7. As it is currently still in the improper form, because the power here and here is same, so we have to reduce it further. So let's reduce it further by multiplying the divisor by 3 plus 3. We have 9x square minus 6x and we have minus 3. It will be like this. It will be cancelled out. It will become plus. So we have 8x. It will become plus 8x minus 4. Now the power here we have is 1. The power of x here is 1 and the power of x here is 2. So now we have to stop the division, and now we can write it into the form that will be proper fraction. So let's write it down, as we have already seen that how you can write the given how you can write after the long division into the proper form. So you can write it as 2x plus 3, this one, then plus the remainder, that is 8x minus 4 divided by the divisor, that is 3x square minus 2x minus 1. Now this is the expression. Now this is the proper fraction. So this was the step number 1. Now let's move towards the step number 2. Step number 2 is make factors of the denominator. So what was the denominator we have? Let's write it down. The denominator is t of x is equals to 3x square minus 2x minus 1. So we have to factorize it in order to find its factors. So we will factorize it as 3x square minus 3x plus x minus 1. That will be equals to, taking 3x common, and x minus 1 plus 1 x minus 1. So we have two factors, that is x minus 1 and 3x plus 1. So these are the two factors that we have got after factorizing the denominator. Now let's move towards the step number 3. Step number 3 is you have to write each factor separately under the unknown variable. How? Let's see. Write each factor separately under unknown variables, and the number of unknown variables depend on the number of factors. So as we have two factors, the number of unknown variables will be 2. So let's write it down as step 1. We have found the proper fraction from the improper fraction. So we can write the entire fraction as 2x plus 3 plus 8x minus 4 divided by 3x plus 1 and x minus 1. These are the factors that we have found in step number 2. Now it can be written in the form as a divided by 3x plus 1 plus b divided by x minus 1. So this is how you have to write the given proper fraction by writing the unknown variables separately with the with each factors. You have to keep this term as it is already in the simplified form. So we have to get the partial fraction of this fraction. So we will at the end we have to combine it all. So this is actually the equation number 1 that we will reuse at the end. So currently this is the step number 3. Now we move towards the step number 4, that is take LCM of right hand side. So for taking the LCM, we will write the entire equation again as 8x minus 4 divided by 3x plus 1 and x minus 1 equals to a divided by 3x plus 1 plus b divided by x minus 1. So according to the step 4, what you have to do, you have to take LCM of only right hand side. So I'll write it as equals to a into x minus 1 plus b into 3x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 1 and x minus 1. Now we have to cancel the 3x plus 1 and x minus 1, as if we multiply on both sides 3x plus 1 and x minus 1, it will be cancelled out. The final equation we get is 8x minus 4 equals to a into x minus 1 plus b into 3x plus 1. So we will call it the equation number 2. Now we have to move towards the step number 5, that is we have to find the value of a and b. This find a and b. These are the unknown in the equation number 2, so we have to find it. How we can find it? Let's see. We can find it a and b by making use of the factors that we have found in step number 2. So the factors we have found in step number 2 were, one was 3x plus 1 equals to 0 and another was x minus 1 equals to 0. So if we solve these factors, we will get the roots. By making use of those roots, we can find the value of a and b. So let's find it out. 3x is equals to minus 1 and x is equals to minus 1 by 3. So one root that we have got is x equals to minus 1 by 3 and another is x is equals to 1. So these are the two roots that will be helpful in order to find the value of a and b by putting these values into this equation. So let's put the values in the equation so that we can easily compute the value of a and b. First, put x is equals to 1 in equation 2. So the equation was 8x minus 4 equals to a into x minus 1 plus b into 3x plus 1. Let's put the value of 1 as 8 into 1 minus 4 equals to a into 1 minus 1 plus b into 3, replacing x with 1 plus 1. Then further simplified it as 8 minus 4 is 4, that is equals to a 1 minus 1 is 0 plus b into 3 plus 1 is 4, means 4 is equals to 4b, and we will get the value of b as equals to 1. So this is the value of b that we have got. Now we have to put again the value, another value of root in the equation 2, as put x is equals to minus 1 by 3 in equation 2, as 8x minus 4 is equals to a into x minus 1 plus b into 3x plus 1. 8 into minus 1 by 3 minus 4 equals to a into minus 1 by 3 minus 1 plus b into 3, replacing x with minus 1 by 3 plus 1. It will be further simplified as minus 8 by 3 minus 4 equals to a into minus 1 minus 4 divided by 3, taking the LCM, plus it will be cancelled out and the whole expression becomes 0. So it can further be simplified as, I'll write it here as minus 8 by 3 minus 4. We have to take the LCM as minus 8 minus 12 divided by 3 is equals to a into minus 5 divided by 3. It will be 3 here, mistakenly written. So it will be minus 4 by 3. So we have minus 20 by 3 equals to a into minus 4 by 3. This 3 will be cancelled out and the minus will also be cancelled out. Then the 4 will go to the opposite side. It will be like a is equals to 20 by 4. And we will get the value of a as 5. So a is equals to 5. So we have got the value of a and b in the step number 5. Now the last step is you have to put the value of a and b in equation number 1. So step number 6 is put the value of a and b in equation 1 that we have found in step number 3. So let's write down the equation as 2x plus 3 plus 8x minus 4 divided by 3x plus 1 and x minus 1. It was equals to 2x plus 3 plus a divided by 3x plus 1 plus b divided by x minus 1. So this was the equation. So we have to replace the a and b with the values of a and b, and the values of a and b were a is equals to 5 and b is equals to 1. So I'll put the values as 2x plus 3 plus 5 divided by 3x plus 1 plus b is 1 divided by x minus 1, and this is basically from 2x plus 3 plus 8x minus 4 divided by 3x plus 1 into x minus 1. So this was the last step, and this is the partial fraction that we have got after following the 6 steps of partial fraction decomposition in case you have linear factors in the denominator. So this is how you can find the partial fraction from the given resultant fraction that is having the linear factors that are not repeating in the denominator. So in our next lecture we will see how you can apply the partial fraction decomposition using the rule number 2. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe our channel math.com for more updates. Thank you.